Hi, this is Grace. So today I'm gonna share another story. It's more about Catherine, but it's also about me. In previous videos, we talked about that during when I in and out of the hospital, um, Catherine's condition was really bad, and it put even more burden and hardship to my own condition. But every day, I still believe that every day can be the day that God healed me, and every day can be the day that God healed Catherine. So I don't want to lose that hope. That's my only hope. And so I keep believing every day. I keep praying. I keep asking. I keep doing whatever I know that it worked before, or it could be working, or yeah, I just keep trying. I am an experimental physicist, so I do experiment, and I want to find out what really works and what factors control these things. And I do believe there are always laws to guard to guide to control not just the physical world but also the mental and also spiritual. It just the question is whether I find out or whether I learn about it or not. And sometimes I found out a prayer life or faith. Every time that God answer me a prayer, whether big or small, it's encouragement. And if I don't see for a long time, or if don't have prayers answered in a long time, I feel discouraged. And so when I was in and out of the hospital, actually, one on my worst day, on the day that I almost died, I try everything that I can found, every help I can found. And one thing I found is my church had a program. It's called Women to Women Mentoring Program. It will assign one woman to another, one as a mentor, one as a mentee, so they help each other. I signed the program up that day, but later after I signed, I received a message or something that I know the program hasn't started yet at that day. So it didn't help me at that time. I ended up in hospital. But while I was still in and out of the hospital for the next several months, the program started. And the first session, because I'm new to the program, so they have a reception session to introduce people to this program. So I attend is one Sunday afternoon, and I go there. Many other women were there, so I pick a table. It's the round table, so I pick table and I sit next to I sit there and listen to all the instructions. And during the break time, they have some food and drinks, and people can talk to each other a little bit. And during the break time, the woman who sit next to me start a conversation with me, and yeah, she said it's an English church, and at that time almost no Asian people. She asked me a lot of questions, like how's your family, how many kids do you have, and how old are they, and yeah, so I just tell them. Honestly, I don't really like to tell people about my daughter. It's not because I'm ashamed of her. I love her dearly, but because each time I talk about her, my I just couldn't control my tears come out, and so it looks awkward. But this woman kept asking me, and to a point, she asked me, "Why do you come to this church? We don't see Asian faces in this church." And said, "Tell her God told me to." And she want to hear more. So I told her I keep asking. I were like 2 years ago. I were asking God for providing my daughter a church who can not just to keep her alive. Actually, mainly we take care of her during church services because she was so special, so special, and so hard to take care of, and so family take care of her. But I do want to have a church. Not only they can take care of her, keep her alive, well, we can go together and go into the services, but we I also want the church can really teach her what church is really about, can teach her Bible verses like to the normal kids, to really a real church thing for her, because I want she to learn Jesus as soon as possible. Because although at that time she didn't show any sign that she can learn, but I always believe she will. She can. And so I keep praying for more than 1 year. Until one day when I opened the mailbox, there is an invitation, like a postcard, an invitation from a church. And the moment I see the postcard, I know it's my answer. So I take it home. I um, start on online search. I type into the church name and look through their website. Yes, they do have a special need ministry, and it's big. It has 50 plus special needs over there. Yeah, special needs kids over there. And but to make sure to double check, make sure that is what I asked for. I go into the church on Monday, and I talked to the front desk and I told them why I'm there. I told her, yeah, why I'm there. I want to know more about this program. And the lady behind the tables told me, I'm sorry, I don't know much about this program. We're a big church. So, but I gonna introduce you to, I gonna find somebody who is in charge of this program and you can talk to them. And I said, yes, I can wait here. And but the woman who stand next to me, she was there to picking up her mails, and she said, "Excuse me, ladies, I just overheard your conversation, and actually I can help because my son was here in the special program for 10 years." So great. So we sit at the table next, and we start a conversation and I ask as many questions that I have concerns or I want to know at that point, and every answer is that's perfectly fit for my daughter. That's exactly what I asked God for, and that's why I went to that church. So I told the lady on the table. So I told the lady, I said that's why I'm here, and she kept asking. She seems very interested in my daughter. Is it's a genuinely interested. I don't understand at that point, and so she keep asking me, how is your daughter? What her diagnosis? And did he? And can you share a little bit more about her condition? And don't lose hope. Pray for her every day. Jesus can heal her. Jesus is a healer. Never lose hope. We believe in a God of all possible. The weird thing is, I met a lot of people at church, and a lot of people say this word to me. So keep praying, keep believing, and but when this lady say the sentence, I feel different. I can feel there's how to describe extra confident, or so she's so sure about this thing. Instead of just I know when she say the sentence, she doesn't mean to comfort me. She really do believe prayers, do believe healing, do believe that if I keep pray that God can heal my baby. And and then she asked me, I said, "Do you has your daughter started walk?" I said, "No." Is she potty trained? No. Can she eat by herself? No. Um, yeah, every question is no. So she was just a huge baby, and maybe she did like 6, 7 months old, and she doesn't even have much understanding. So maybe like three for understanding, maybe like 3 months old, and so uh, I was just sharing, and in my mind, I was wondering why this woman is so interested in all those details, and why, and until we finished the story, and she just keep telling me that to keep praying, keep believing, never give up hope, and Jesus can do it. Jesus will do. I say, okay. I don't know where you have this confidence, but okay, yes, that's what I did, and I will continue doing it. And so finally, she finished all her questions. I started to ask about her life, and oh, when she asked me, "Did your daughter walk yet?" I said no. And how old is she? I said she's 4.5. And this woman said one sentence that changed my life. She said, "Don't lose hope. Keep praying. I was able to walk when I was 4 years old." What? Excuse me? People don't walk, kids don't walk at 4 years old. They walk at 1 year old. So why did you walk at 4 years old? What is your story? So she started to share with me her story, her testimony. She was completely paralyzed, head down. She doesn't have feeling and couldn't move when she was 8 months old. And her parent used to take her to hospital every day, every single day, to do electric shocks, try to get back her feeling, her nervous system to work. For 4 years, every day, nothing happened. When she's about, she had the disease at 8 months old, and for 4 years, they the parents took her to hospital every day, but nothing happened until one day one of her legs started to move and have feelings, and then gradually she had all those back, and she's able to walk at 4 years old, although one of her legs is looked at this way, um, this way. uh, and she she keeps sharing her story. She said when she was 15 years old, she wasn't be able to walk again. She was sitting in a wheelchair, and what the doctor told her is that for the rest of her life she needs to be in the wheelchair. She never be able to have babies or get married, and when she get older she can have operations, but they cannot guarantee that she will ever be able to walk again and live a normal life. And she said, "Do you know what? I have a family, happy family. I have 3 children, and they are already grown ups, and God is able. All the things that the doctors said didn't happen to me But our God is a God of all possible. So that's why I told you, pray for your kid every single day and believe in your heart. You shall see. She will be healed. And that's so, it's, yeah, even right now when I try to share the story, I still can feel the power in the story, in the testimony. And so I can stop thinking about the story. I come back home. It's already the evening of Sunday. I lock myself in my daughter's room. I just sit there with her for I don't know how long, maybe 2 or 3 hours. So by the time 7, almost 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., I finally, I feel I'm ready. For those hours, 2 or 3 hours, I keep just meditating on the story, on the testimony this woman said to me. I keep meditating on what happened before in my life. The answers, the prayers that God answered me. I keep meditating on God's promises. I keep meditating on the sentence that she repeated I don't know how many times. Keep praying. The God that we believe is a God of all possible. Until to a point that I think I'm ready. I believe. I have my faith. So I stand up. And pointed. Okay. I stand up and I pointed to my daughter. She was laying on the bed. Said, Catherine, in the name of Jesus, I command you to get up and walk now. I know I believe you can walk, but not in months, not in weeks, not in years. Now, today. Get up and walk. I had enough. It's the end. You walk now. And nothing happened at that point. I didn't even check, honestly. And the next day is Monday. As usual, morning, I dress her up, clean her, and then put her in the car, drive her to school, and drop her off. In the afternoon, Monday afternoon, when I go to pick up my daughter, I was shocked.